It's not actually attacking me. Or is it? It looks like it's coming after me now. Yeah. Whoa! Now then, welcome back to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved, modded, on the Voxel Squad server. Now, you've seen all the dinosaurs behind me before, the big ones and all that we saw in episode 1. But since then, I've grown a fairly hefty man beard. And I've got my own dinos. Here they are. Look at them all. Oh, cool. There's various little dinosaurs that all kind of I encountered while I was out and about and around and all that kind of stuff, and they are all pretty awesome. Well, some of them are pretty awesome, some of them are kind of small, right? So dillos, these things kept attacking me while I was out there until I got trank arrows where I could just trank them in a shot, and I'd like to show you about that before we head off today. The trikes, I actually nearly got killed by a couple of trikes before I got these two, and these two are pretty high level, with little Sarah at 921, tamed from about an 850, and Mother tamed from like a 950 to 1136 levels. Pretty high levels, pretty awesome. But then the monsters out there are pretty high levels as well, so we need to be pretty high levels. I think my favourite tame was Armour. Armour was just stuck in a tree, and so I put about a dozen trank arrows in him. Is it a him? Is it a him? It's a her. Put about a dozen trank arrows, maybe 20 trank arrows in her before she fell over, trapped against the wall, and she has been an awesome assistance. Because once I got Armour, she was able to clean up bushes and collect berries for me much quicker. And as you can see from the inventory, she just collects all of this kind of stuff, including the narco berries, which meant that I could make a load of narco and stuff from it. And then we were able to shoot some things. We've got a few others here. There's Charge as well, another 1156 levels of trike. We've got a couple of rideable mounts that I threw in here as well. Ride 2 being pretty awesome, pretty fast. Able to get running around a little bit and find places and go off exploring to find things as I needed to. Pretty cool. I liked having a ride on Ride 1 and 2. Yes, they look awesome. But then we got the dillos and the stego and the trikes, and we started slaying other random stuff like dodos on the beach, other dillos that came to us. Anything, basically, that came to us that looked tasty, we destroyed, and then we turned them into narcos. So the first thing I want to talk about today is what I did with the narcos. There is this meat spoiler that we mentioned a little while ago. Can I put it down anywhere? I can't put it down anywhere. The meat spoiler is pretty awesome. I don't know if there's one inside, actually. Let me just check. Let's just check to see if there's one inside here. I'm sure they've got one. They've got all sorts in here. I've been trying to be very self-sufficient, but every now and again I just pop in here and help myself to using one of these things. There we go, a spoiler. Right, so you access the inventory. The spoiler just takes like... it can take tons of meat. Yeah, it can take tons of meat. And then you just turn it on, and it makes a little noise. Get ready for the music. Yes, it is awesome, and it's spoiled all that meat already, right? So it spoils the meat really quickly, right? And then you can combine that together in a pestle and mortar to make the narco, right? Now, narco, we've got a lot of different types of narco in here. Lots of different types of narco. Let's put that up there so you can see it better. The basic narco does around about 90 torpor when you put it inside a dino to try and keep them asleep, right? 90 torpor, which is good, right? It's like 5 berries worth of torpor. Well, what this mod did was it added, like, put 10 of those together, you make a 10 times. Add 5 of those together, you make a 50 times. Is it 10 times? 50 times. 100 times. 200 times. And 500 times. Now, you have to be quite good levels to get these different levels, different types of stuff. It was 35 for blue, 50 for purple, 65 for yellow, 80 for red, and 95 for black Narco. But black Narco, for 500 Narco standard narcotic, for 500 standard narcotic, you can make a single narcotic worth 20,000 torpor, right? And then, of course, you can dip your arrows in them. So a normal arrow would normally give you like 90 torpor when you hit something. So you'd have to hit a Bronto for ages to get anywhere. With the blue arrows, 900 torpor, basically 10 times more effective than a green trank arrow. 900 torpor. That's a fraction less of shooting things. Then you've got 50 times more, 100 times more, 200 times more, and 500 times more, to the point where this black arrow that you can get at level 95 gives 45,000 torpor to the target from a bow and 78,750 torpor when fired from a crossbow. So there's quite a lot going on here, but how do you know which one to use? Well, what I've now got and I want to start using, let's have a little wander out this way. There's normally something out here. There's been a few things out here that have been really nasty to us as well. Let's have a little wander out here. Okay, so flyby is mine. So why is flyby out here? Okay, flyby, this is mine. And what's attacking over there? How did you get out? Okay, so we've got something over here. Let's have a little land over this side. So a little land down here. Right, and let's see. This creature here is not Ardy Rise. That's you. I don't want you. What's this one? This one is a Myth Dark Wolf, and it has. Whoa! It is coming after me. That's what it has. It has itself coming after me. Hey! Ow! Wow! Kill it! Somebody kill it! Kill it! Somebody kill it! Okay, it died. Oh, Mythic Ballistic Emperor. Yes, thanks for that. Or was it one of these drones? The drones also do lots of damage. But where's the death? Where is it? Can I access this inventory? Did you pick it up? Doesn't look like it. Did you pick it up? Can I access your inventory? Did you just crush it? It looks like you just crushed it. Yeah, there's quite a lot of things crushed in there. Right. That was a bit of a harsh one to look at first, right? Because obviously it was a bit faster than me. And had a few problems with that. But let's see if we can find something a little simpler. Okay, this is more like it. A little ways away without being under constant attack. There is a trike over there. Now the trike is showing me all the information about what the trike is. The trike is showing 4,698 torpor. Okay? So, in order to take him out in one go, we would use a yellow arrow. But we could take him out with a purple arrow or two instead, if we really wanted to. Or hit him with a little one and then switch to purple. Switching arrows isn't an ideal though, is it? So, I'm going to go with a 2 purple arrow shot. Alright? So we've got 2 purple arrows. We should be able to take him down in 2 shots. And first shot in the butt. Second shot in the face. Down he goes. Right, so we know what he was. We knew how much damage we could do him, and then we knocked him out. A level 685. I don't actually want to tame him, I just wanted to show you what was going on. And now, it's time to move across to where I would like to set up a base. It's going to take me a lot of work to set up a base. But I can't keep living out of Sheridan's base forever, can I? I mean, there's enough stuff there, believe me, there's enough stuff there. He's been working on things for a long time. There's enough defences, there's enough stuff, there's enough crazy stuff going on. But I want my own base, I want to do a build. As we've mastered the experience and all that kind of stuff, I'm already, what is it, 215th level out of like 900. So I've got plenty of levels sorted out. But I've been looking around for a nice place to build, and there are some really cool features on this map. Some really cool features. I've been flying around a little bit trying to figure out what I wanted. I've seen some that are right up here on the cliff faces, and they look pretty awesome. I thought about building up on a cliff face like up here, but it's just too rocky. It goes up too inclined. The inclines are too much. And the flat areas are so far away that it makes it very difficult to survive because the big bad things are there. So I saw this spot just down below me. Looks quite an interesting little spot. It's got a ramp that runs up so that the land dinos can come up through here. Well, all the rocks are currently showing. Let's get the rocks out. Let's just go up to a height where the rocks will disappear. Like this, there we go. And let's have a look at it from this side. So it's quite a large ramped area. It doesn't look like it's been claimed by anybody at the minute. It's got access to the water, so we can do some kind of water build. It's got access to this little inlet bay here as well, which looks pretty cool. And access down here to something a little bit deeper. Looks pretty cool. It's got a really cool archway over here. I don't think this actually goes anywhere. I think it's just an arch. Yeah, like a land bridge, which looks pretty cool and can be under our base. That should be cool. And we can build on top of it, no doubt. And just level it off a little bit. We do get some metal nodes on here, but I'm not worried about keeping those. And lots of stone up here, so that'll be good for building all the foundations I'm going to need. It's a fairly large size. It's not the biggest I've seen, and it's not going to be my final build, I don't think, but it is going to be my starter base build. I think that is the plan. And then this will be the on-off ramp. The on-off ramp, so that we can get up and around this way. This was location number 1 currently because it's so close to where we respawn and so close to friendly territory and friendly dinos to help out when needed. There was another one though. I want to show you the other one just before. I think it's a little ways over here, so it's going to take us a little minute and a little flash cut. There's this cool area up the top here, above the waterfall. It's even got a little cavey area down here, a place to spawn. But there is a big red dragon thing up above all the time I've been scouting it out. It goes all the way to a bridge over that side, and it's got some great territory, some great terrain. It's fairly flat. Not 100% flat, but fairly flat. And then down here there's a little bit of a something going on that people go into every now and again. There's a little exploration bit which has got some dead bodies in it and some stock supplies. Let's see. I think 3? 3. Give me 3. These little boxes give you odd things. Like that was 7 spears, a primitive pike and stuff. Primitive metal hatchet, which is what I'm currently using. And a crossbow, yes. So you come into this little place and you just get a load of random stuff like hatchet, which is what I've got now. I've also got myself a sword from it. There's another bow there. There's a crossbow. The crossbow actually is better than that for doing damage, so I'm going to have to work out my crossbow damage as well. Each one of these does slightly more with crossbow damage, which is cool. So yeah, we'll see about that. I will sort that out another time. This was a really cool idea for a place, but that dragon being so close by, spawning so close by would mean that this beautiful, beautiful area is well protected against people trying to settle down. There's a lot of ore nodes around here as well, and there's a lot of crystal and stuff around here as well. So there's a lot of good things around here, and if we go around this side, we can get in through underneath this awesome array of things. Really aesthetically a pleasing area, but then there's a dragon right above me, and I don't want to be fighting dragons. It doesn't seem to be attacking very much, so maybe I'll be cleared to do this. And this area around here is it's pretty clear. It's pretty open, and there's a few more things that kind of allow me to just beat up boxes every now and again as well, to get a few more bits and pieces to get me a better start. There's a sword, primitive sword, and another crossbow. Nice. And across here there was another little area, this little space here, which I actually thought was somebody's base at first. Whoa, okay. I thought it was somebody's base at first, but no, it's an actual part of the map. It's an actual build part of the map, which has some more loot crate drops up here. And I seem to have got stuck now. Oh, I'm too heavy. Really? I got to the too heavy stage. Well, we can get rid of the primitive shields. I don't need those. Get rid of all those primitive shields. I probably don't need all these spears as well, really, to be fair. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the spears. And I'm going to keep the swords and all that, if you don't mind. Swords and bows? Yeah, thanks. So yeah, there's that. This was pretty cool area, isn't it? I don't know, I was torn between this. This was the first one I picked out, and I thought that would be cool. But then I saw the big red dragon kind of hovering around, or what is it, a manticore? It's not actually attacking me. Or is it? It looks like it's coming after me now. Yeah. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so yeah. Big red manticore. Not a thing I want to mess around with. Thank you very much. Flyby just got destroyed. And I'm out of here. Okay. Down I go. Apex Manticore X. Level 1090. That's why I don't want to live there. Okay. And what level are you? Are you going to make up for Flyby? No, you're only a level 1. 195. You're only an Apex. You are an Apex, though. Come on, get out of it. You are an Apex, though, at least. That's something good about you. Trikes don't seem to be getting berries anymore. Is that a thing? I thought that trikes were very good at getting berries in the previous versions, but now they only seem to be good at getting stuff from trees, wood and thatch, which is alright because I'm going to need a lot of that, but still, could be a lot better. Okay, so I don't see anything lying around. Can I get these crates from here? Oh wow, nice. Can you get crates? You can get crates. Primitive metal hatchets and stuff. You can get all of these crates and stuff. Nice. Well, the crates are just like wash up on the beach. We can come along and pick them up with our dino. Nice. And frozen. Too heavy? No, not too heavy. That's good. Let's upgrade that. Look at all this stuff we've got from that. It's pretty cool. And we can salvage bits in a repair station these days as well. It's pretty cool. Okay, well I still don't see the manticore anywhere. So if I can't see him, then he can't be a problem, right? That's it, yeah? If I can't see him, he can't be a problem. So let's go and start making a clear area up here for our base. The first thing I'm going to want to do is build a ramp up here, through here, and around here, and block this off with a big door. So that's going to be my first job. Block this off with a big door. Keeping an eye out for predators en route. And then maybe this little level here should be where the big door goes. I don't know. Let's worry about that in a minute. Charge can kind of stay here and be something to carry everything for me. Found something else that Charge is really good at. Not just wood, but also stone. That is crazy. You get so much stone. Well, we get so much because we can dig. We can dig things out at huge rates so that we don't have to mess around too much. But this means that I can just clear this area with a trike really, really quickly. Just so that we can get on with building all the foundations and everything. So I'm pleased with that. And it means that all the resources I need are also going to get put into my inventories very quickly as well. Then we've got all of these little nuggets down here with all sorts of metal and things in as well. The metal node. We can just break all this down. I don't know if we can break the whole thing down. No, we can't break the whole thing down, which is good. So I didn't want to break the whole thing down. I kind of wanted that to be the upper floor area. I want to kind of make this feel like I built it in situ. Yeah, I've got to build it in situ. I'm trying to make it look like it's built on this rock face in order to survive for generations and generations, like a proper castle. So we are wrecking everything on here, clearing it all off, and then we're not going to let anything grow back because we're going to be building on it. We're going to have a nice view this side, and we're going to have a nice view of the cliff face that side, and hopefully not an amazing view of a manticore coming to bite our faces off every day. Maybe that's not a thing. I don't know if we can dig that. No, it's just kind of like a lump that I'm going to have to build around. I'm going to have to build that round. But having the cliff face around here is all pretty cool. I like having the cliff face. I like having that. That can be the entrance way to something over there. Yeah, we'll work on it. But yeah, this is quite a decent space. It's not the biggest space, but it's not the worst by any means either. But I have brought my smithy over here now, so now I can just transfer things straight over into the smithy. And I just recently emptied out. So what did we get from that? We got 60,000 stone. Well, boom. And a load of wood and loads of iron and all that kind of stuff. And I can just literally transfer it straight into here. Now we've got over 10,000 wood, stone and all that. The first thing I want to build then is one of these behemoth gates. I think I'm actually going to build 2 of them because I can. And then I'm going to build the actual reinforced gate bits as well. I want to build a gatehouse. That's one of my first things. And I want to restrict this access-wise. I want to restrict access into my base. So the first rise is there. So that's where we come to there. Let's see, can it go all the way across? I don't think so. It's too big. The behemoth gate is not big enough to fill the whole gap. So let's come down here. Let's make sure nothing destroys us on the way. I want it to be big enough that it fills some space, but not too big that I can't get in and out easy. Can I jump up onto here? Oh, I could do a triple gate maybe. Do a gate going down that way and a gate going up. No, it's pretty tall as well. That's another issue I'm having with this, is that I wasn't particularly picturing my base being so high up. But if I must, I must. Let's see, center it. I want to make sure that that's got the edge there. So I want to center it with the edge here. So we're kind of sitting about there. Yeah. Well, with the amount of stuff that I get, I can quite easily get more very quickly. Yes. Okay, so there's the start of it, right? So that's going to be an entrance into the area. It seems really large, but that's okay. I want to make sure that that is fortified from that direction. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you in today's episode, for one, the manticore is gone from the skies. It's been quite quiet around here, really. I don't think anyone's spawning around here at the minute. Could be spawning elsewhere. But what I'm trying to do now is work out where my foundations are all going to go. So I've started laying foundations along kind of the edge where I want the walls to go. It's going to look like walls when I finish putting stone foundations here. But at the minute I'm just using thatch foundations, so it's nice and simple. Connecting them all up. These are stackable foundations as well, which is really cool, so that they will sit underneath each other, so that we can do drops down like this kind of stuff, right, and stack on top of each other. And because these are or structure plus ones, I can actually pick them up as well, so that I don't have to have them there. So it's very much like laying my foundations in Minecraft, which I like a lot better. And you can just make up for any mistakes you may have made along the way by digging it all back out again and figuring out where you're going next. So what I'm doing is I'm working my way down this edge here, so that I can try and figure out exactly where I want my gates to go. so that it will line up perfectly with all the walls that I'm about to put down. That is the important part now, is getting the foundations in the right place, making them into stone foundations in the right place, so that then we can make sure that the whole place is square and straight and level, and that won't annoy the hell out of me for weeks and weeks and weeks. So yeah, I've been checking this out, right? So yeah, I've started moving that across already over here, right? And that brings it all the way over to this edge here, this very end edge here. And now I want to see about putting, let's say, one foundation across, and then sticking the gate on top of that. Kind of want it to click into place if it can. Doesn't look like it will, but it looks like I should be able to. Let's back out of that as much as I can here. Okay, and let's see, can I get it right on the edge there? So it's just poking off the edge. I think if I get it so that the edge is right there, then maybe I can get it straight. Yeah, not so easy. Maybe there's a better way of doing it, right? So let's go with doing the foundations across here. So we've got on there. I would like to have it so that the gateway goes not there. So that's one section of the gateway. I believe the gateway is 7.5 wide. So that's 2. So then we'll just go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then an 8th would be it. And then put a block up. A block up. I say a block up like I mean it like that. And then that would also give me a little offshoot ramp here that wouldn't be anything other than a parking bay, maybe. Yeah, so we could have then foundations coming back this way, like so. Right, so now we need to fit this into here, get the gate into this section here. Right, so already you can see it's overlapping a little bit, but that's okay. We can kind of square it up though now, so we can make sure that it's kind of level with the thatch in both areas, and kind of give us an ideal level up and make it feel like it's set right. See a little bit of adjusting. You can just see where it goes in that side and out that side. Let's get a bit further in. Right, something like that, maybe. A little bit that way, a little bit this way. It's going to look okay because it's such a large scale. I think that's about as close as I'm going to get it to being as perfect as I want it. So it feels like if I go too far this way, I'm getting into that edge too much. And if I come this way, I just want it to kind of just start appearing just right there. So let's let me get this again now. Just let's get the right angle and fix it up into there, like that. Boom, just like that. Okay, so my behemoth gate is now attached. It seems very level, seems very straight. How close to the edges did I get here? Very close to this edge and extremely close to that edge as well. Good. And it's just sticking out over the edge there. That's okay, we can put foundations under it, and the same here. So it looks pretty even to me. So from over here, from the distance, yeah, it looks pretty even. Yeah, we've kind of got a little bit more space if we wanted it. I could bring it across a couple more to make it level in with this section, and then it wouldn't be quite so much on this rise here. So I might do the same thing but move it across a little bit. What I'm going to do now though is say a goodbye, folks, because it's been a long episode and I've barely got started. I've got a lot of terrain work to do, a lot of placing foundations to cover this area, and then gathering the resources to turn them into what will be stone foundations for my castle. But that's it for today's episode, so thank you all very much for watching. I salute you, and I will see you in the next episode of Ark Survival Evolved on the Voxel Squad server. Until then, goodbye.